Good. Let's talk a bit about China, Russia, and Ukraine.
You see, what the economic sanction was, Russia start to dominate. First of all, Russia still have just five main issues what they can export. Oil, gas, gold, diamonds, and weapon. Weapon also just to the third countries. They don't sell too much to China. They sell to India and to other countries, weapon. But gold, diamonds, oil and gas, everybody else. So with oil and gas, Russians start to push to take over Europe economically. Europe needed 10 years to wake up. Now they wake, and the United States also wake up, and they understand, opa, tomorrow Russia will tell us they will just close the world, they will depend on Russia. And they start slowly going on. This all solar system, you know, wind energy, etc., came out because oil became higher and higher and higher. And if I will be today President of the United States, I will sit on the plane, go to Saudi Arabia, and to Iranian and to Iraq, tell you know what, guys, let's produce 2 million tons, 2 million barrels more a daily. Let's bring the price to $60 or $7. Russia will collapse. Because the whole budget in Russia is, they're not exporting manufacturers. They don't export cars, they don't have manufacture, not textile, nothing, right? No. Just the raw materials. They are trying to make something, but still nobody is buying because all expensive or not good, okay? In the same time, you cannot say Russian people are stupid. It's a bunch of scientists, the world knows, very famous people who comes from Russia. The system is not working. The system, again, is half hybrid like in China. It's not Communist Party in Russia, but it's still ruling one party, who is the rest of the parties are not making no decision, nothing. And this holds back. In Western life, in the United States, the government never interrupted you in economics, unless they needed protected some manufacturers, your own manufacturers, like was Russian urea, fertilizer couldn't be delivered to the United States and still not delivered to the United States because they wanted to protect United States producers of fertilizers, okay? Ammonia, yes, because ammonia is raw material. Ammonia from Russia is the United States is buying, but they are producing themselves urea, ammonium nitrate, ammonium sulfate, etc., etc. But ready product, no, because otherwise they will need to close because nobody was able to compare with the gas price in Russia and gas price in the United States. And don't forget, Russia still can compare, including the transportation. Ammonia cost delivering to United States, that's to Tampa, right, it's approximately $85. So they still have $85 and still can make margin and sell it to United States. And for the United States, it's not worth it. We can buy, and if it no, we can start up our ammonia plant and produce it because the United States has gas also now, but not in the same price. Even today, the gas prices much lower in the United States like it was 5-7 years ago. So, and coming back, what Russia did it, they thought, Western stars are, we don't want to depend, we'll get shale gas from the United States, we'll start producing ourselves, shale gas. But this cannot be in 2 seconds, you need years. I estimate at least 5 years. What Russia is doing...
If I may interrupt, is there a possibility to develop the gas fields from Cyprus or export gas from Africa to Europe?
I don't want you need now to export from the United States have enough gas. In 5 years, 7 years, the United States will be able to cover all European with LPG, with the shale gas. But Russia understands this, and they have a lot of gas and cheap gas. They need somewhere to sell it because you cannot close it, the gas. They went to China, and they signed our contract. 25% of demand of Chinese gas will depend on Russia. And I am telling you today, and you can fix this, in maximum 10 years, Russia will have big problem because Chinese are smart people and very strong. When they will see that Russia doesn't have where to sell the gas, else, just to China, they will screw them up and they will buy gas at price what they will want it. And Russia will not have another chance. So you have a so-called vectorical sales. You have to sell always. I think Russia made a big mistake that now with the Western land start fighting on the economics because they will lose. In the long run.
Why will they lose?
Because they will not have where to put the oil price will come down. The oil energy saving in 5-10 years will be less depending on oil. Price of the oil will come down. Less income in Russia, and the gas will be the same. And Chinese will say, oh, you know what? We will not buy 25%. We can do something different. Or you sell us at $50. I'm just guessing. Yes. We cannot buy $300. And they will have to sell it to you because I will not have where to sell it. And who will benefit? China will benefit. China will definitely benefit.
So you think it's not a real alliance, it's more...
It's not alliance, it's absolutely... Chinese, especially communist leading party, don't have alliances. We know history, we know how close they were with Mao Zedong, they was kissing each other, and as soon as Stalin died, they'll become enemies, okay? And you remember, maybe you don't remember, but I know it was even fight between China and Soviet Union on the riverboat for some small peninsula, Daman. It's called Damansky. Now it's belong to Chinese because finally they made agreements that this small peninsula on the river will belong to the Chinese People Republic of China. Yes.
Okay, that's very interesting. So you think Russia ultimately they made a strategic mistake?
My opinion, yes, and I hope they're starting realizing now. And now we will see this week how Putin will behave with the Western. If he will come back and he will give up his aggressivity against Ukraine, he will never give back Crimea. This he will never give. If somebody has illusion, no. But he will give up on other things, yes. Because if he give up Crimea, then he will lose his support from the Russian people. So, oh, this guy is weak. Russian people always like a strong guy.
Okay, so let's go back to you. Forbes ranks you with 1.1 billion in assets. Do you have any corrections to make to that number?
Honestly, I didn't count my money. I cannot evaluate. If I will sell it, everything what I have will cost more. But honestly, I didn't want it to be in Forbes. They find me. I don't know how they find me. I don't know how they counting. They're counting right because they are watching you. And if they say, let's say, fertilizer now is down because the gas price is up and the prices went down, or you worth it less. It's wrong. Because I can count at the same time, whatever I invested just in real estate, I'm worth it $200 million more just for simple reason if I sell it today. I will not sell it. So it's, you know, it's tricky how to evaluate this. Yeah.
So have you ever thought about like some of your compatriots to buy a football or a soccer team in Ukraine?
Never. Never, never. I didn't want it. Not here, not in the United States. Because it's not a business. It's just people who made money, big money, they want to be having a name to come to the podium like Abramovich goes to the brand. First of all, I like soccer, and I went even to South Africa with my family on the World Cup there, but I liked to watch it. But I never was able to see myself to not just to spend money, to spend time for it, because you need time also for this. I would rather stay with my family or to go with my wife somewhere for a trip, what we're doing every 2-3 months, like to spend extra 2-3 hours every day for manage the football team or something like this.
So who do you think will win the World Cup?
Now, it's I will tip Belgium. Nobody will say Belgium, and I say maybe Belgium.
Okay. Well, Mr. Rovt, thank you so much for the time.
You're very welcome.